Howdy Ho YouTube, Jon-Luke VGC here. Today, we're using it. We're using the stall team that I made for Regulation J, that I've talked about a few times now, that I've compared to other teams. The time has come. Season 1 of Regulation J has ended, and I said, okay, let's release this thing unto the world. Let's have a really fun time with Dozo, Miraidon, and Pecharunt. So here it is. Let's take a look at it, and we're going to go ahead and hop into some battles. So our mythical for this, because I specifically wanted to use a mythical, is Pecharunt. Tera Dark, Rocky Helmet, Poison Puppeteer with Poison Gas, Malignant Chain, Hex, and Protect. You get the idea. You poison stuff, you click Malignant Chain. If you want to deal damage, you click Hex, all that jazz. There is no recover. The team is a little more fast-paced than I would like, so I couldn't justify putting recover on it, but everything else, it's just so bulky, is really, really cool. A lot of bulk, max HP, just to kind of give it that livability. I think I hit a bump in special, yep, I hit the bump in special defense. I hit it to 118, so it was fast. You could outspeed Lunala. Investing any more in that, I felt was like a little mad because I didn't want to waste the potential bulk. So I just made it fast enough that, you know, if you get a couple icy wins off with Tatsu, you're outspeeding, like that kind of stuff, and like CSR, those stuff. So I just gave it a little bit of speed to kind of get it there. And then 4-4 in special attack and defense, because its defense stat is already ridiculous. Our second restricted is Miraidon, Tera Electric, Assault Vest Hadron Engine with Electro, Drift, Trico, Meteor, Snarl, and Volt Switch. Max Speed Timid. I don't like playing speed games, so knowing that it's fast, it gets the additional boost in damage from other things on the team, which we'll see here in a second. But it just goes buku crazy. You're going to Tera it most of the time. I feel like it is my Tera like 80 to 90% of games. So yeah, it is max speed timid, a little bit of bulk assisted by that assault vest, and then a nice little chunk of special attack. Where does it get that additional damage output? Chi-Yu. We have Tera Ghost, Choice Scarf, Beads of Ruin with Heat Wave, Snarl, Overheat, and Dark Pulse. Nothing really to talk about here. I actually made this one a little bit bulky, so it's not max. It is max speed modest, but it's just 116 special modest to hit the bump, and then I basically throw the rest into HP to give it a little bit more livability. We have Iron Valiant, Tera Ghost, Focus Sash, Quark Drive with Moonblast, Wide Guard, Encore, and Protect. Valiant's great, particularly in Best of 1, which is the only way to play Regulation J, because it has such a wide variety of viable supportive moves that I can really throw my opponent off guard and force a lot of 50-50s, which just this team does, out the gate by using this Pokemon. I love this Pokemon. It is so fun. Thank you to Mr. Kurt for giving me a shiny Iron Valiant and naming it after one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, Don Quixote de la Mancha. And yeah, so it's just max timid because we give it the focus sash so it can always survive one thing. And Tera Ghost, so if you want to make a really hard read, you can Tera on the fake out and then Encore opponent into fake out and make them lose a slot entirely. The last two Pokemon, you know them, I love them. We got Tatsugiri. Tera Grass, Leftovers, Unaware Dondozo with Earthquake, Body Press, Order Up, and Protect. Pretty simple. It is max HP. Going back now, I would actually adjust this a little bit to give it 1 less HP to make it optimal for recover. But I do hit a bump in special attack, special defense, and then it's 4 in attack, 4 in defense because you're going to get the defense boost from Order Up, and then 52 speed. So that way, with the Omni boost, it always outspeeds Incineroar. Now that was the benchmark I wanted to hit, so you can basically always guarantee you get a body press off before they go for a potential Will-O-Wisp. It's partnered with Tatsugiri, Tera Fairy, Ability Shield Commander with Muddy Water, Draco, Meteor, Icy Wind, and Protect. I'm actually a pretty big fan of Tera Stellar Sash on Tatsugiri, but unfortunately the sash is taken by Iron Valiant, so I instead went with a defensive Tera that could surprise opponents if I go for it, and then Ability Shield because I figured Wheezing might be kind of a thing, and I didn't really have a better item for it. I thought that Bright Powder might be useful, and I thought it could be funny, but I figured Ability Shield, Bright Powder, it can be brought into anything, but is not consistent in its effects. If I see Wheezing, I know I don't have to worry about it because I have Ability Shield. And that consistency is the reason that I chose that item. I like it a lot. It's just max timid, so it has some speed in it. You can give it a lot of bulk, but then it's not really doing much. It just wasn't there. Its goal, it's not really going to ever live a hit. Its goal really is to, like, if you think they're going to go for a dragon move to Tera Fairy, make it immune, Icy Wind if they're faster than you, and then pick up with whatever you need to. Do know that all of its moves can miss, so that's something to keep in mind with Tatsugiri. But I don't know if I've ever actually Tera Tatsu. Like, I don't think it's ever been the case that I Tera Tatsugiri, but in the rare instance that theoretically it does, that would be what I do. So how do you utilize the team? So there's really basically two modes to this. I'm almost never leading Dondozo. I'm going to lead one of the other four. So Pecharunt, Miraidon, Chi-Yu, and Valiant. I'm going to lead like Miraidon, Valiant, Pecharunt, Chi-Yu. Sometimes it's normally like Miraidon, Chi-Yu or Miraidon, Valiant is my leads for the most part. And then you kind of position from there. Dozogiri can be in the back, or you'll have the other two of those four in the back. But I'm never really bringing just one component of Dozogiri. Normally they're always coming together. I think one really important matchup to understand is Groudon. This is a really, really, really rare instance where you actually probably won't bring any of your restricteds. That's correct. If you face up into a Groudon, it is perfectly viable, and I have won games by not bringing either Pecharunt or Miraidon. That is really important, because then all of a sudden you only have one ground weakness, which you can Tera out of, and Dondozo is going to continue to get defense boosts, so it doesn't care about the Precipice Blades, and if they miss, it just gives you more momentum. It's really, really good. So just kind of something to keep in mind. We have multiple answers into Darkrai, which is something that I always consider on my team building. Yeah, overall, I think the team is really fun. And at least in the beginning of the meta, I thought it worked incredibly well. I think you'll see through the battles, but I think it's starting to fall a little bit out of favor now that people are moving away from primarily Calyrex, Ice Rider, and Magearna. But it's still a really enjoyable team to play. I've had Tapu Wapo play it. He's really liked it. Lucky Wolf has played it. She's really liked it. I believe Jordy will be releasing a video on it at some point as well. So I think it's just fun. You know, it's just a funny little team, and you have a good time with it. So if you would like to try it out for yourself, there is a rental. I don't know. I have to do it backwards. There's a rental over here on the screen, and then the PokePaste and rental are down in the description below. So go ahead, give it a go. I would love if you had some fun with this team, but thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. Let's go ahead, hop into the battles. Okay, we have Zacian, Calyrex Shadow Rider, Indeedee, Tornadus, Sneasler, Shinpao. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know anything about what they're trying to do here. It's gotta be Psy Spam stuff, right? It's gotta be Psy Spam stuff with a Zacian. Chi-Yu, super duper good. As is, yeah. I think it's these two. With Dozogiri in the back, personally. They have Tailwind, but I have a Chi-Yu and an AV Miraidon. Yeah. This is what I want to go with. How annoying. I see a Sneasler. I really hate Sneasler. Sneasler's so unfun. And it's going to be in Champions. I'm like legitimately upset about that. I think it is inherently bad for the game as it currently sits. Indeedee Calyrex, yeah, that's fine. I'm a Snarl! I'm gonna click Snarl twice. No. Do I click Snarl twice? Yeah, because then I lower their damage output. Okay. So they're not Scarf. If they were Scarf and Indeedee, they would have gone first. So I am always faster with Chi-Yu, barring them being Scarf Calyrex. Do they have any Defiant Mons? Nope. I'm gonna click Snarl. I'm gonna click Snarl. What's the Tera? Fairy, that's fine. Are they one of those Calm Mind Draining Kiss sets? Yep, Helping Hand. Are they Covert Cloak? Yes. No. Cool. That's an Astral Barrage. Okay. Okay, Life Orb. I double connect the Snarls, which is good. That did a lot, which I don't love. Still. But I had a Helping Hand boost, I guess, yeah. Sneasler. A Psychic Seed? Yeah. We're gonna click close combat. So they're -2 now. So if they don't double the Miraidon, we're in good shape. Nice, cool. Even better, cool. Yeah, that did 2 damage. It heals so much from that, dude. Going to Chiyu. All right, now we're gonna click the funny buttons. This is a bait. I want them to go into the Chiyu. I'm gonna hard swap back into Tatsu. Just click Earthquake. The bait is often used with Dozo because I want to try to convince them to go into a slot that's not going to have a Pokemon anymore. If I hard go into Tatsugiri they know that there's no Pokemon in that slot, and that I'm free to do whatever I need to with it. If I go into something else and then hard swap into Tatsu, the same effect happens. Like I still get the boost and that slot does not attack. Yep, exactly like that. And they all of a sudden lose the... It's forcing a 50-50, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Cool. Lost some of its health. So, a lot of the times, if you're going to swap in Tatsugiri anyways... Yeah. If you're going to swap in Tatsugiri, don't go to something else. Swap into something else, and at the beginning of the turn, swap that out, go into Tatsu then. You get the same amount of damage off, the same number of Pokemon attack. The only instance where I would maybe do it differently is if I had like a fast pivot. So if like Miraidon was the one to come in and I was faster than both Pokemon, then I would Volt Switch first, because that means that I can get some damage off with Volt Switch, come in, get the speed boost, go on with Dozo. So Earthquake, neither of these are stab. Earthquake is more powerful. No need to protect here. Oh, Sacred Sword. Okay, that's doing a decent little chunk, so I will need to protect for Leftovers recovery. Just to cover for a crit. And then I still have Chiyu. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, we go for Sacred Sword. That was a crit. That's why we protect. There goes Zacian. That's how you use the Dozo. Insert clown emoji here. Good game, Jordan. All right. Let's do another one. Okay, we have Overquill, Kyogre, Regieleki, Chenpao, Zacian, and Scizor. Good, kind of a baller team, I'm not going to lie. No terrain is cool, but they do have rain, which doesn't feel great. Overquill definitely has Swift Swim. Dozo actually does feel pretty good here. And to everything not named Regieleki. I know I want to start Miraidon. The question is do I want to go Valiant or do I want to go Pecharunt? I think the answer is Pecharunt, Valiant with Dozogiri in the back. Is what I want to do. That's what I'm thinking. They have 2 steel types, so poisoning doesn't feel great. But they have a Kyogre, so Chiyu doesn't feel great. Otherwise, it would be incredible. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Only one of these can have the Focus Sash, right? Am I ever going to want a Tera Dozo? I don't think so. I'm curious if it's ever Tera Electric Snarl and Moonblast into Aleki. Who has the Sash? I'm tempted to say Chenpao. I'm actually going to go into Chenpao because I can wide guard the following turn. And I can lower Regieleki's damage output. And if Chenpao does not have the Focus Sash, then we're in amazing shape. Okay, I can Encore them next turn. Wow, I'm faster than Aleki, okay. Okay, they E-Webs. I can't Encore them next turn. How much does this Snarl do? A decent chunk. I think I'm actually happy to Volt Switch Aleki. And Wide Guard. Because I don't want Valiant to go down yet. They're just gonna go for E-Webs again. No, they go for Thunderbolt, okay. That doesn't really matter, though. That'll matter. Okay. But I live. Okay, so they are Life Orb there. That's pretty big. Doesn't KO Aleki, but that's okay. So Aleki does have the Sash for sure. So I should have Moonblasted into Regieleki that turn, but that's okay. I can go Dozo now. I'm just going to hard swap. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Miraidon. And then just click Earthquake. And hard swap into Tatsu. Because I want to bait them for going for an attack into Miraidon. I know that this powers up Regieleki's electric type moves, but once I get rid of Aleki, like nothing else really threatens me all that bad. Oh, my cat is in here asking to get out. I thought there was a cat out there trying to get in. I was like, they never meow like that. Luna, I'll let you out in a second. Nice. That's fine. That means I can order up into... the Aleki this turn. Get a defense boost. It's fine. Kyogre, yeah. Thunder. Okay. They are rocking what? E-Web's Thunderbolt Thunder on that Aleki. This should still be okay, I think. It comes in. Overquill. So no Zacian. That's interesting. I'm going to protect here to scout. Tera Water. Yeah. This could be bad. Are they Scarf? Okay, Icy Wind is interesting. I'm slower anyways. I'm not very fast with this Dozo. But I should live the double up. So it has to be like no speed on the... So this is definitely not Scarf. I guess the question is do I want to Earthquake? How many more turns of rain are there? 3? Yeah. I'm gonna Earthquake here. Okay. So I want to weaken the power of... Do I live? Yes. Oh, pretty well, actually. Nice. Okay, that does a good chunk of damage. I always protect here. I'm curious if I go for the double on the last turn of rain. I was at like 117 and I went down to 30. So the combo did over like 70 something. It'll do less now because of the chip on you. I don't think I lived the double up. I was at like half, right? Sorry. So I was at like 128 and I went down to 30. So that was 90. I think I'd go for the double. Bozos always get the doubles. Bozos always get the double. Rain stops. That's huge. That greatly weakens the power of... Yeah. Can I just Earthquake again? I just want to start dealing damage to stuff. That's fine. Wonder if they're locked into Water Spout. No. I don't think this will do it, though. Because a Water Spout's more powerful, yeah. And now your defense is lower. Does this KO the... Yes. Oh, that crit might have mattered. I don't know, because with the Sword of Ruin now, I'm dealing more damage. I did a little under half. This game's not sealed up by any means, but it's I'm way more back in it with that double than I'd anticipated. So I protect again. But I'm now +3 defense. Yeah, I always protect here for additional leftovers recovery. How fast is Quillfish outside of rain? Yeah. Overquill, sorry. Let's put it max. 50, so it's faster than my Tatsu. Yeah, but it'd have to be max speed Jolly. Okay, so I think I Earthquake again. Okay, does Poison Jab do it? Probably with the sort of Ruin. Yeah. This is still fine. I think I go for Muddy Water. Because you're going to Sucker Punch over here, like Electro Drift. Muddy Water. Nice. That's huge. Okay. I think that wins me the game. Yeah, I think that wins me the game. Because I can't stop the Sucker Punch, so it's like there's no point in going after the Chenpao there. Because they're basically, if they attack, they're gonna get an attack off 100% of the time. So I never in my life want to actually click into the Chenpao because it provides absolutely no value. I want to always attack into the slower attacker in an effort to get rid of it before it can make a move. So now I just Electro Drift Chenpao. This game's not over. And I Draco Meteor. Okay, they just give up. That game was not over, dog. Okay? Let's kind of, like, sit down for a second here. I could miss the Draco, so if you know you're slower than my Miraidon, you Sucker Punch Mirai, KO, I miss the Draco. This Tachi has no bulk, so you can definitely just, like, Life Orb Spinner. You know what I mean? So I don't think I agree with them. That game wasn't over. That game was not over. 10% chance that they win that game. That's good enough odds for me that I'm going to keep playing it out. Play to your win cons. There was still a win con. You don't know the moves I have. Every single move I have on Tatsugiri can miss. Play it out. They still could have absolutely won that match. I played that pretty sloppy, though. How could I have played that better? I was over-indexing on Zacian a little bit. I wasn't prepped for the Regieleki as well as I should be. My initial thought was to E-Drift into Aleki, and I swapped over to Pow. I should have went with my gut in the beginning, because then I would have been in amazing shape if I doubled the Aleki turn 1. I instead decided to go for Chenpao, which was more of the obvious protect, and that really kind of bit me in the bud, and I had to get it back from there. So that turn in particular, I should have kind of went with my initial instinct, and I would have been in a way better position. So really good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. Okay. We have Iron Hands. Okay, so Chi-Yu, Whimsicott, Miraidon, Iron Hands, Farigiraf, and Calyrex Shadow Rider. Wide Guard is good here. Miraidon's good here. I anticipate them to lead hands, right? I don't necessarily love a Pecharunt lead. My question is do I want to lead Chi-Yu or do I want to lead Valiant? Chi-Yu has super effective damage, powers up my Miraidon. No, I want Valiant. So I can Encore. Hard Call and Encore the Whimsicott. Yep, Iron Hands Miraidon. That's about what I anticipated. I think I'm always going to want to Tera No, I do actually maybe want to save Tera for Pecharunt. Curious if I want a hard swap. I never want to Tera Chi-Yu. That's for sure. And I do want to keep Miraidon healthy. So I think I just want to hard swap into Pecha and protect. If they go for something like a Dazzling Gleam, then the next turn I can Wide Guard and Poison Gas. If they do anything else, I can Encore Hands if they go for Fake Out. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they're going for D-Gleam. Okay. So next turn is just a Wide Guard. Or even a Encore and a Poison Gas. Nice. Okay, this is fine. Poison Gas. Encore. So they double into... They expected something with the Miraidon, which is a pretty good play. That's cool. Who do they Volt Switch into? Pecharunt. That's a good chunk. Not all of it. Who comes in? Whimsicott. That's pretty good. So I hit at least one. That's actually definitely the worst one to miss. Like, I really wanted to break a potential Sash on Whimsicott. So that's pretty unfortunate. You can't Encore, though. That's pretty good to know. So I think I just want to Poison Gas again. And Encore what I presume to be a Tailwind. If they go for Moonblast, okay. It's not really anything I can do about that. Calyrex, nice. It does not learn Disable. There's nothing they can do on that. Yep. You can't Encore. But they Encore, so I can't Encore their Encore. Okay, we hit both this time. Okay, so we've got everything, almost everything on a timer now. So then here I think I go for Wide Guard. They're just going to go for a Psychic type move, right? They could Tera Dark. I'm probably going to want to save Tera for Miraidon. So I think I want to go Hex. Wide Guard. If they get Pecharunt, they get Pecharunt. But they also... Yeah, okay, so they're going for some form of a priority move right now. Ooh, do they hit themselves? Okay, that's cool. Tailwind's good. Do they go for Psychic or do they go for Astral? Or do they hit themselves? We can also get that. That would be pretty good. That'd be really good, actually. Astral. Nice. Okay, that's huge. It's huge. It's huge. That's actually pretty massive. Okay, Calyrex goes down. So you can bring out Hands or Miraidon. Okay, Miraidon. So Valiant actually still has Sash intact. So they can't actually KO both Pokemon right now, which is kind of funny. So I think I'm down to Malignant Chain and Moonblast Whimsicott. Okay. Totally fine. Everybody's poisoned. They're probably going to go for Moonblast. Unfortunate. I mean, these confusions would be nice, but they're not really make or break or anything. That is really unlucky, though. Kind of getting pretty unlucky this match, I'm not going to lie. Like, yeah, because otherwise the additional damage might have helped me in... It would have... Yeah, that special attack drop is, like, pretty super bad. Okay. I actually don't want to give Iron Hands, I'm gonna go Chi-Yu here. I think I'm just gonna go Heat Wave and Protect. How many more turns of Tailwind are there? 1, please? 2. Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah. Heat Wave. Protect. Yeah, because otherwise now Whimsicott would go down to... Okay, that's good. They're just going to go for Drain Punch, which is fine. If I can get a... I can't get a burn because they have a poison. Yeah. I'm kind of curious if they're going to go for... Yeah, that special attack drop actually probably really mattered. I'm getting pretty unlucky today, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to include some of them, but I had someone, like, hit me in Sun with Hurricane 3 times, confused 2 of them. Like, my luck today has been not great. So what I want to do here, I think, is I really don't want to allow them to pick up 2 KOs, like pick up a KO with Miraidon that also deals damage to my Miraidon. So what I want to do here is Tera Electric Electro Drift. And Wide Guard. Because I can't allow them to pick up 2 KOs against my Pokemon. Like, if they click Dazzling Gleam, I can't let them both pick up the KO and deal chip to Miraidon. I need to force them to pick one. So that's really important. And if they do click Dazzling Gleam and I take no damage with either Pokemon, then I'm in amazing shape. Because the following turn, then I can... I'll be faster than Miraidon with Iron Valiant, so then I can Moonblast to pick up if it doesn't get KO'd now, and then focus down the Iron Hands. So this covers for the most possible options. Okay, as Electro Drift is actually pretty fine here. Doesn't even do half, which is cool. And Miraidon goes down, so I think that seals me the game. Depending on who they attack with hands. I do have a... Oh, no, I have a special attack drop on Valiant, though. Okay, that's fine. They will take additional damage, so I could have attacked with Valiant there. I just need Draco to do 50%, basically. I don't have Protect. Does it do it? Yes. Oh, with a crit! I'll take that. I'll take that. Need that. I don't know if I needed that. Let's find out real quick. Here. Hang on. Standard. Crit mattered. Well, did it? Because it was under 50%, right? It was in the yellow, if I was correct. Crit maybe mattered. Depending on how much health it had. It was a roll. It would have been a roll probably in their favor either way. If it was... That is like super specially defensive Iron Hands. If it's like 252 special defense. It doesn't really change too much. Yeah, it depends on how much special defense they had in the hands, if that crit mattered at all. But for the most part, it like sealed the deal, which otherwise would have been a roll most likely in their favor. But that's okay. We take those. They are necessary. So good game to my opponent. Let's do another one. Okay. We have the Dozo mirror match. So we have Cresselia, Dondozo, Grimmsnarl, Urshifu, Lunala, and Tatsugiri. No terrain control means that Miraidon out the gate is really good. I want to bring Pecharunt too. And I don't want to bring my own Dozo. The Dozo mirror match is so frustrating. You just don't want to play it. I can poison them with Pecharunt, although they do have... Okay. I think I want to go these four, right? Because I can force a Tera onto Dozo, and you can't heal the Dozo with poison, from poison with Cresselia, because it requires both sides on the both Tatsu and Dozo on the field. So I can poison tick it away, which will be really good, and then I can threaten it in and out of Tera. Okay, so Dondozo, Cresselia, Simple Beam. They're gonna click Simple Beam. They're not gonna click Simple Beam. Want to Tera anything else? No, not really. I'm actually going to go all in on the Cress. I know it's a 50-50. Yeah, and they stay in. But it's going to do something. Set up Trick Room, maybe? But this is such a powerful combo of attacks. Yeah, yep. Saw that one coming from a mile away. Dark Pulse, nice. Yeah, this should pick up. And we even have a flinch chance. Hey, yeah, okay. I'm doubling this Crest, dog. Crest go night-night. Dark Crest. They got nothing out of that turn. Tatsugiri, yeah. Okay, so they're gonna swap in Dozo. My question is what's Dozo's moveset? That's the orange Tatsu. That is the defense boosting one. Nope, no. It's attack. It's the attack boosting. Okay, so this is not a defense boosting Dozo, but it could be Tera Ground. That's kind of my worry here. Lunala in the back. I need to keep Chi-Yu around for sure. So I think I want to Volt Switch. They're probably going to defensively Tera, but that's fine, and go into Valiant. Because if they do Tera Grass here, then I'm okay. Yeah. What's the Tera? Tera Ground. Okay. I thought that might be the case. We're gonna go for Earthquake. I should live this with Miraidon. No. Okay. Pecharunt. Poison Gas and Wide Guard. I want them to Earthquake again. So I am faster, and I hit the Dozo. They've used Tera, so I need Chi-Yu now. They hit themselves in confusion, that would be really cool. Okay, they use the Earthquake again. So what other moves could they possibly have? That's my question. Probably what? Earthquake, Wave Crash, Order Up, Protect would be my guess. So they'd have to Wave Crash into Valiant here. I can't risk that though, so I'm going to go ahead and Hex. Wide Guard again. We'll play it safe. I can't safely protect with Valiant. That does a decent chunk of damage. And hit yourself. That'd be pretty cool. Wave Crash. I actually don't think that'll pick up. No, it doesn't. Okay, so Moonblast plus Hex should do it. How much are they at? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. And if they protect, we're in great shape. Okay, so maybe I should have clicked Malignant Chain. No, because I still have the... Yeah. Well, I break a Sash at least. Okay, but I should be faster as long as it's not... Oh, it... Ursh. Okay, hang on. This is pretty good. Oh, and it's Dark Ursh. I'm gonna click Poison Gas. Moon Blast. I want them to try to Sucker Punch. Okay. So there's Scarf Ursh. But now they're locked into Wicked Blow, which is huge. Okay, I think I win this. Because now I go after Tatsu. It should always be faster. Yeah. The question is what do I lock in with Chi-Yu? Probably Overheat, right? Scarf Watersh would have been way scarier here. They're both 90% accurate, and Overheat is just strictly more powerful. They have a... Does this even KO? It's quad resisted? No. Okay, then they never had a chance. Oh, and I hit the Overheat. Does this do it on its own? Yeah, GG's. GG's. I even called the ground Dozo. I was like, they're gonna be ground. And I was like, but come on, like, am I really gonna index on that one specific set? I should have indexed on that one specific set. I even called it. I even said, I think they're probably ground Dozo. I need to trust my instincts a little bit more today. I'm not trusting my instincts as much as normal. So, really good game to my opponent. Funny team. That's why you never bring... I guess, in that instance, bringing Dozo to the matchup still wouldn't have helped because I don't have Wave Crash. And honestly, it's just, like, not fun to play the Dozo mirror. So I don't do it. I just don't bring Dozo, and you're fine most of the time. So, really good game to my opponent. I don't like this. This is a... Oh, my gosh, I don't like this. Okay, we have Lunala... Ho-Oh, Garganicle, whichever one you want to call it, King Gambit, Indeedee, and Hatterene. Miraidon is super good. Dozo is actually pretty good. That's kind of funny. Do we go Dozo? Do we Bozo up? I can't poison 2 of the Pokemon. I think we go out with a bang. Big Bozo time. Super effective damage into 1-2 Pokemon. Neutral damage into 1-2-3 Pokemon. I can get burned, which is a little upsetting, but this is going to be a game where I just like force 50-50s, I think. No Snarls or anything. I'll probably end up just going for Heat Waves to fish for burns. Hippie. That is cute, though. That's a cute Trinacron. Yeah, Indeedee Hatterene is fine. I want to get rid of Indeedee's terrain kind of as soon as possible. Is there ever a world where I'm going to want to Tera anything not named Miraidon? I'm fairly certain the answer there is no. I don't want them to bring in King Gambit and get a Defiant boost, so I will go for Tera Electric, Volt Switch, and Heat Wave. They don't bring in the Gambit, so I could have double Snarled here, but that's okay. If I could permanently get rid of the electric terrain, I think we'd be in pretty good shape. Yep. There's the Heat Wave. It's a lot. Yeah, so if I can get rid of Psychic Terrain, cool. Then we're actually in super good shape. Because I now have permanent terrain control. So I'm going to swap into Dozo here. They're going to set up Trick Room, and then we'll kind of take the game from that board state. Yep. So Dozo's pretty slow. I have some decent speed in it, actually, so depending on what they bring out, I could be faster. Oh, nice. Having a hard swap into Miraidon and Heat Wave again. Okay. What's the Tera? Tera Fire? Tera Fairy? Okay. That's fine, actually. Life Orb? Oh my gosh, that did so much. Yeah. Here they go into. Psych Up. Oh! Okay, I see the vision. Who do you miss? That's okay. I was doing like 2 damage to that thing anyways. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, I see the tech. I see the tech. You get the +2 on everything. The problem with that is that Dozo ignores it. The problem there is that Dozo ignores it. I think I want to Volt Switch here. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? 3. And Hard Swap into Dozo for this slot. Okay, so Tera's gone, which is important. Sacred Fire's fine. You get the burn. They always get the burn. Dozo's really not dealing all that much damage, I'm not gonna lie. Moongeist Beam is cool. I do, in fact, have an Assault Vest. So I just need to wait out this. This is Electric Terrain boosted 2x stab. Like, it's gonna be not quite enough, but that's fine. If they didn't get the burn, then I would actually leave Chi-Yu in here. Get leftovers. But yeah, that burn's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. So I am slower. How many more turns of Trick Room are there? I actually do want to leave Chi-Yu in here. Does an order up do it on this Ho-Oh dog? That burn's really unfortunate. I'm getting pretty unlucky, I'm not gonna lie. $7.9 to 9.3. No, I gotta go Tatsu. Never mind, we're good. We're good. Sorry, Ebe. Sorry, Ebe. That's why we run AV Miraidon. That's why we run AV Miraidon. So it lives everything. An Electro Drift there would have won me the game, though. Yeah, but I wanted to pivot out. I didn't want to leave Miraidon in to take unnecessary damage. Going for that play there, too, was interesting, because that was a Chi-Yu. I couldn't tear out of it. So maybe I could have contemplated going into Tatsu there. I don't know. It's still a cool team, though. I'm just glad I didn't see that Garganacl. That Garganacl was going to be the bane of my existence. Thank you for not bringing it. Yeah, they literally didn't bring either of the 2 Pokemon that is interesting. Like King Gambit and Garganacl. Garganacl in particular seems like really good into my team. Because if I lock Dozo in, then you can just Salt Cure me. Sure, I have Wave Crash, but I don't think I'll KO you. Garganacl's defense stats insane. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Especially if you get the burn with Ho-Oh. I think maybe they should have contemplated dropping something for Garganacl. I think that would have been a better play on their part. But either way, they played really well. So good game to my opponent. Let's go ahead, hop into the outro. All right, everyone, that is the team. So what are my thoughts? I think in the beginning of Regulation J, when it was Magearna Ice Rider everywhere, this team was really good. It answers that super well, and it gets the job done. I think its strength has diminished pretty drastically over the course of Regulation J, as people just return to Regulation I teams. So I don't think it has the strength that it did maybe a month ago, which is really unfortunate. It is a really fun team to play, though. You can ask Topo, you can ask Lucky. Overall, I think the team is still good, but it is harder to get off the strategy, and it requires a lot more intricate thought and work. So am I continuing to use this team in my Regulation J play? No. This will be the end of it for me, so that's why I wanted to share it all with you. Figured it's time to kind of let the cat out of the bag if you want to have some fun with it. But I have been playing with Snorlax and some other stuff, so I'm interested to see what other mythical I can make work in Reg J. But if you'd like to try the team out for yourself, I have a rental and a Pokepaste. Both the rentals here on the screen, and the Pokepaste and rental are down in the description below. So if you give it a try, let me know. I hope you really enjoy it, and thank you all so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and become a channel member. And most of all, please remember that you are appreciated. All right, peace.